Well, let's speak to Laura Westbrook, part of the Outside Source team. You've lived and reported in Hong Kong. First of all, what are these people alleged to have done back in 2014?
So Benny Tai is one of two of the leaders of the umbrella movement back in 2014, and they're being accused of conspiracy to incite public nuisance. And it's the conspiracy part that's really key here. Basically, they came up with the idea and they asked the student leaders to join them and urged them to join them. And the conspiracy part is also the part that carries the criminal charge, which people are saying that is what is curtailing freedom of speech in Hong Kong. Now, the defendants say that this is cracking down on their freedom of speech and their right to protest, which is enshrined under Hong Kong's Bill of Rights. The prosecutor, though, says that actually, yeah, you are allowed to protest, but not from an unlimited amount of time. And given that these protests went on for 3 months, that was an excessive use of the right to protest.
But why has it taken 4 years to get to this point?
Yeah, I think that's really key here, because you have to look in this in the context of what's happened in Hong Kong over the past 4 years. You've seen the government cracking down on people who are running for office, ejecting people who are already in office. Over the summer, we had a political party, the Hong Kong National Party, which advocates for independence. They were banned for the first time in Hong Kong. And then you had the leader of that party. He gave this speech in Hong Kong, and the journalist who hosted that speech, a Financial Times journalist, he was ejected. Again, that was unprecedented. So I think looking at the context of this, people are saying that this is another sign of a crackdown on freedoms that Hong Kong enjoys.
So if they are to be found guilty, what kind of punishment comes with this crime?
So if they're found guilty, they'll get 7 years in prison. And they're sort of the older generation of the pro-democracy campaigners. The younger generation got a few months in prison. And so these are really the most serious charges.
So when we look at this, how do we characterize more broadly the state of opposition politics in Hong Kong versus where it might have been 4 years ago?
So in Hong Kong, you've got a number of political parties that doesn't happen on the mainland, including the pro-democracy parties, which range from parties that want one vote for people, and parties that vote for independence. And when you look at what's happening in Hong Kong and the fact that people are being ejected and barred from office, one commentator told me that it's like Hong Kong is a casino and the house always wins, and even if you do succeed, you'll get banned from the table.